Good morning, this is Eanna, Dowling, presenter of the Artifact Show on Community Radio Y'all. Earlier this week, I interviewed Emily Scialom, an author from Cambridge in the United Kingdom. She has released her second novel, The Rivers.
Yeah, of course. The Rivers is based around the rivers of Cambridge and London. The River Cam is in Cambridge and the River Thames is obviously in London. And it involves a plethora of characters who are exploring the notion of true love. Some are quite lonely and heartbroken. Some have reached complete fulfillment in their personal lives. And others are still searching.
And is there such a thing as true love, Emily?
Oh, I believe so, yeah. I've experienced it a couple of times. Obviously, it hasn't lasted for me personally, but I know other people like my friends' parents and this kind of thing who have found and kept true love, so I definitely believe that it exists.
Well, I was walking down the hill on my way to the studio here in Youghal this morning, and I saw a couple in front of me, and both of them, they had one hand each on the handle of a buggy, and they were holding hands. Now, she was dressed in a grey dress and he was wearing kind of the uniform of a middle-aged man, the blue jeans and the blue t-shirt and the backwards cap and all that, and a bottle of Coke sticking out of his pocket. But they stopped at the junction and they leaned in for a kiss, and it was, you know, sometimes a kiss is a peck, just a tiny second of acknowledgement, and sometimes it's the prelude to making love and getting physical. But this was one of those kisses somewhere in between which kind of said I love you, and I see that every day. And so yeah, true love exists in our communities.
Yeah, well, I think it's secretly or not so secretly actually, what we're all hoping to achieve in life. I think that's the reason we're here, to be honest, to find and keep true love and to reproduce in that environment. But obviously, not a lot of people are able to do that. It seems to me the exception rather than the rule, and that's what I wrote about in The Rivers.
Well, let's explore that. Why do you think that's the exception rather than the rule, if this is our destiny, if this is what we all want?
Well, in my personal experience, love produces behaviours which you just don't recognise as your own. I think it produces behaviours where you change shape and form and you react to things differently and you get very sensitive. And I think that causes a lot of people despair in terms of things like jealousy and things like that can be completely unfounded, but you can get very jealous if you're in love with someone, if they look at someone else or something like this. And I think that breeds seeds of hatred for that person, which people find hard to overcome, and maybe they taint true love as a result of that. But there are various reasons why true love doesn't work out, and I can only talk from my own personal experience about how crazy it's made me to find someone to be in love with, and the resulting chaos, has produced a very bad relationship. But some people are able to mellow out when they fall in love and just accept the situation. I think that's probably the best attitude to have for it.
And there's something about the chemistry of our heads when our hearts get opened up, or all our chakras get opened up, if you want to go there. Yeah. And there's something about the dopamine surge and the adrenaline surge and the serotonin surge and whatever else that neurochemistry is. We're not all equipped with the tools to manage our neurochemistry under ordinary circumstances, never mind the extraordinary circumstances of falling in love.
Precisely, yeah, and a lot of us didn't grow up in environments where true love was found and kept, so we don't have the role models that are required to fulfill our potential as human beings. I mean, I come from a broken family. I know a lot of people come from broken families, divorces and this kind of thing. So having those role models, we see the dangers of falling in love, and then we get very scared of falling in love, so that results in kind of pushing people away and this kind of thing, in my experience.
Absolutely. And there's another thing about accepting someone as your, say, we couple up, we tend to pair bond as human beings. It seems to be part of the human condition. It's not the only way we find love, but it seems to be the cultural norm, certainly in the world I live in. But there's something about accepting someone and marrying them either in the eyes of the community or in your heart, that when you accept someone, you have to accept their shadow and their dark as well as their light.
Absolutely, and that's one of the most difficult things, because when you really get to know someone, you realise that a lot of people don't know themselves, and you start to see people in crazy lights, like when you fall in love with someone, you really see them as extraordinary and special in every way, and they don't see themselves like that at all, and there's sometimes a lack of self-love on people's part, which prevents true love from blossoming, I think, whereby people don't accept that someone can love them, and so they don't allow the love in.
So sometimes we're our own worst enemies when it comes to embracing the fullness of the experience.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I'm talking to Emily Scialom. She is in Cambridge and she's the author of The Rivers, which is her second novel. Emily, we've talked a little bit about love and relationships and all that stuff, but how do you put that into a novel?
Well, I wrote my first novel about a man named Carrick who has a near-death experience in a car accident and writes a new religion as a result of that experience. And in the early chapters there, I had a couple of romantic chapters which I felt were detracting from the main gist of the story. And I took those chapters out and used them to write my second book around. So I thought they were strong enough in their own right to hold a second novel. And I kind of constructed a story around those couple of chapters, which are incredibly love-filled and romantic and this kind of thing. So, yeah. That was generally the plan.
And I'm very interested in where you take those characters once those sensations are in them, because the honeymoon period in a loving relationship is great. It's always brilliant at the start, but at a certain amount of time, a familiarity creeps in, or the chemistry wears down, or you get to see other aspects of the individual's personality, and you get a few wobbles. I'm wondering how you progress your characters through the various phases of relationship and love.
Well, it was quite difficult, actually, because I didn't want to portray them breaking up or anything like that, or having affairs, because I thought it was too cliched. So I kept them together, but they did have wobbles, as everyone does, and mostly it revolves around personal experiences that I've had, whereby I've been very afraid of losing someone once I've found them. And they had long discussions about, the potential to lose the person they love and this kind of thing, and what it would do to them. So they have wobbles and fears and all this kind of thing, but they do see it through in the end. And it's more about the dynamic between the main couple who find and keep true love, and the dynamic between them and the characters around them who are all heartbroken and kind of like adrift on life's breezes, and not able to find someone to really hold them down,
I see. Emily, one of my favourite songwriters, I know you used to write songs, it's part of your background, you probably will write songs again, I have a feeling about you, Emily, but one of my favourite songwriters when it comes to matters of love is Mike Scott, who wrote with the Waterboys. And he has this fantastic album that came out when I was a teenager called This Is the Sea. I don't know if you know the album.
I don't actually, but I'll have to investigate it, because I'm a big music fan, and when I find new music, I really go overboard with it, so yeah.
Okay, well, here's your personal recommendation. Get yourself a copy of This Is the Sea by the Waterboys. I think it's 1984 or 1985. But the final song on the album, Emily, is called This Is the Sea, and it has this epic line in it. Once you were tethered, now you are free. That was the river, and this is the sea. And when I was preparing myself to talk to you today, I was thinking about that, because you're talking about the rivers, and I'm wondering, do your rivers get into the sea in any sort of allegorical or metaphorical sense?
They do, actually. Obviously, there's a happy ending with the book when they do manage to survive all the storms of their love. But the rivers tend to be the rivers that we're all flowing through. I think we're all flowing in our own rivers of experiences and this kind of thing, in our own awarenesses. And I think the sea is, probably, a collective experience more than anything else.
Yeah, and I think that's what Mike was getting at, and I hope you get around to listen to that album. It's a recommendation.
This is The Sea by the Waterboys. I've got it. Thank you.
Excellent. Good. I know you're very interested in spirituality. The first novel you released, Emily, was The Religion of Self-Enlightenment. So we've been talking about love and people, but I get the sense from what I know of you, Emily Scialom, that love and interpersonal moment, there's a spiritual aspect to this. And do you explore that in The Rivers?
Oh, to the nth degree. I'm such a spiritual person. I really gave my life to God a few years ago, and I'm not saying I'm the perfect example of a Christian or any other religion, for a matter of fact, but I certainly do believe in God, and I believe in treating people fairly and giving respect to one another as God's creations and this kind of thing. So the main character, who's a female in The Rivers, has a really strong relationship with God, and I explore that in all of its wildest forms as well as her romantic side. So she sees moments as having real prominence and importance, and she reflects on that as a spiritual prominence and importance rather than just a casual, power. It's more a power of the divine in her eyes. And there's a lot of poetry in there. There's a lot of musings about philosophy and this kind of thing, which is naturally my nature. So I've carried that ethos through all of my books, actually, of just like trying to believe there's something more to this world than the physical realm.
And I think you are right. I think there's an awful lot more. But there is the physical realm. And when we talk about love and we talk about two characters in love, we have to, at some point, bring them into a state of sexual bliss. Did you write love scenes as in sexual scenes, and was that challenging for you as an author?
I didn't find it so much challenging because it felt so natural, but I did open with a sex scene between the two main characters. So I thought, just throw it in the deep end. I mean, if you're writing a book about love, that's essentially what people have come for, and I hope that people enjoy that, because I don't write about it like crudely or anything like that. There's lines like he moved above her, moving in the wildest winds of his existence. He moved above her, immersed in the moment and dreaming, and he felt himself leaning into the wildest winds of his existence, and this kind of thing. So it's more poetic than anything else, but I did write love scenes, and I talk openly about sexuality throughout the novel, and I always joke with people that it's actually about sex and hating the Tories.
Did you say sex and hating the Tories?
Yeah.
Well, sex and Tories in the one sentence. I mean, we don't have Tories as such over here. We have Tory imitators, but...
Oh, they're everywhere. I think the Tories are actually imitating the Trump administration in America at the moment, to be honest. So, it's a crazy time to be alive.
Well, let's not go down that rabbit hole today, Emily, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
Maybe
Trying to avoid it.
Maybe some other day I'll buy you beer and we'll rant.
Yeah, I'm sure we could, definitely.
But this is a moment to talk about love. Earlier this week, I don't know if you know about all this, but the 22nd of July is the feast day of St. Mary Magdalene, right?
Oh, fantastic.
And I know you've got a glass...
Mary Magdalene recently, and apparently there are only 4 Gospels which didn't mention her as a disciple of Jesus, were the ones which are canonized, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and all the other Gospels which were written mentioned her as a disciple of Jesus, and I thought they should be taught in schools.
Well, maybe that's something you could take on for your future, but there is this whole alternative narrative to Mary Magdalene, that she wasn't just a disciple, that she wasn't just the woman who witnessed the risen Christ after he came out of the tomb, but that she was like one of Jesus' favourite disciples, that perhaps she was his concubine/lover. Have you explored any of those ideas?
Well, I'm a firm believer that actually if Jesus wasn't married, then he would have been seen as an anomaly in his time. And I genuinely believe that he had sexual relationships and this kind of thing. And I know it sounds mind-blowing to consider him as a sexual person, but I have no doubt in my mind that a 32-year-old man would have explored sexuality at some point in his life and maybe even fallen in love. I mean, it's the most holy aspect of all the human experiences, and Mary Magdalene seems to be the focus of his affections. And I can fully believe that they were married or in a relationship. And there are scrolls which mention him kissing her and this kind of thing. So it suggests that they had an intimate relationship as well as a spiritual one.
I do know that I'm going to be kicked off the air for bringing these topics up in a very Catholic town, but it is part of the secret teaching of Christianity that if the Word is made flesh, or the Word was made flesh, to fully experience the human condition, one would have to experience one's sexuality and one's full emotional range.
Well, it's why we're all here. I mean, I don't know why it causes such offence to people, because the reproduction process is so sacred. I mean, really, it honestly is. And part of that is sexuality, which human beings have so much problems with. And that's why I explore in the rivers the problems we have with our sexuality. Like, there's so much loneliness, shame, guilt, confusion, lack of empathy and this kind of thing. For example, with transgender people and this kind of thing, there's a tremendous lack of empathy that goes on, where we figure out that we can't understand why someone would want to be gay or transgender or this kind of thing. I don't agree with any of that. I think we need to show compassion to one another, and that's the most Christian value that you can bring to the table, compassion. So I don't know why the definition of God is being love, which is in John, the Gospel of John, isn't practiced more. God is love, and I think, we all need to share more of it.
These things you keep, you better throw them away. You want to turn your back on your soulless days. Once you were a teller, and now you are free. Once you were a teller, and now you are free. That was the river. This is the sea. And now if you're feeling weary, if you've been alone too long, or maybe you've been suffering from a few too many plans that have gone wrong, and you're trying to remember how fine your life used to be, running around banging your drum like it's 1973. Well, that was the river. This is the sea. Now you say you got trouble. You say you got pain. You say you got nothing left to believe in, nothing to hold on to, nothing to trust, nothing to change. You're being scarred in your conscience, raking to your memory, scarred in your conscience, raking to your memory. But that was the river. This is the sea, yeah. Now I can see you wavering as you try to decide. You got a war in your head, and it's tearing you up inside. You're trying to make sense of something that you just don't see. Trying to make sense now, and you know that you once held the key. But that was the river. This is the sea. Yeah, 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 Now I hear there's a train. It's coming on down the line. Sure as if you hurry, you got still enough time, and you don't need no ticket, and you don't pay no fee. And now you don't need no ticket, you don't pay no fee, because that was the river. And this is the sea.
that was author Emily Scialom in conversation with Eanna Dowling. Emily is the author of 2 novels. Her second novel, The Rivers, was released this summer and is available now online from retail outlets.